I'm so tired. This is me, very tired and a little hungover. Not a lot, just a little. Got my nails done yesterday. It's like a purplish gray. I don't know what it's called. But I cut my nails short. These are all my real nails, and because I broke this one, we cut them short, and I'm like a little sad because I'm from Jersey and we like big Jersey nails. I come from a big Jersey nail family. So, anyway, I'm very tired. It was pouring rain this morning. So, I literally slept in and I'm so tired. Like, it's not a joke. And I wanted to just tell you a story of healing that I heard. This isn't really like a coffee talk so much as story time with Jamie. Because I heard this story. Ugh, this hair is so gross. I heard this story about healing and I loved it so much. I thought I have to share it with my coffee talk family. If I could stay awake. Where's my coffee? I don't even know. But, oh my God, I'm so tired. All right, so let me tell you this story. So last year, this woman has a newborn baby. Why drink so much? I only drank 2 drinks. I didn't drink a lot at all. This is really more about me being tired. I'm not a big drinker, believe it or not. Sometimes I can be when I'm with Nicole Flaudis. I'm not a big drinker. I like to have 1 or 2 cocktails, but I'm not a big drinker. Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Cheryl. Layoffs are so hard. Okay. So you just have to hear this story. I just thought this was magical. So this woman has some children, some daughters, and she has a newborn baby girl. And she tells her husband that she has a headache, a weird headache. She says, it feels like part of my skull is trying to like break. And then what happens after that, she doesn't remember. But her husband says that she starts talking in like foreign tongue, okay? And the muscles in her face slump down and she falls to the floor. So he calls 911 and they take her to the hospital where they find that she has a brain tumor that they didn't know about that has ruptured. And they have to do emergency surgery. So they do emergency brain surgery and put her in a medically induced coma. She has a 3-week-old newborn baby girl. And the husband says to the doctors, she's nursing our baby. I don't know what to do. And the doctor says, well, can you give the baby formula or I don't know, does she, and he's like, no, you don't understand. She nurses our babies. We don't give the babies formula. We don't give the babies bottles. This is something that she is very strict about. And the doctor says, okay, well, your wife is going to be in a medically induced coma for days, maybe weeks. I think we may have to go to plan B. So the priest comes, his wife's sister, who's also nursing, offers to nurse their baby. And he's taking all of this counsel for everybody, and he goes to the church at the hospital, and he prays about it, and he comes back to the doctors and everybody, and he says, I've made a decision. I'm going to get people to come to my house and take care of the other girls, and I'm going to move into the hospital with the baby while my wife is here. And I'm going to put the baby on her boob every 3 hours until she wakes up. And the doctor was like, you're going to round the clock nurse the baby with a woman in a coma? And the father was like, that's her mother. And yes, her body will know what to do, even in a coma. And this is what will heal her. Because if we take this baby from her and her milk dries up, she will never forgive me. So of course, no offense to men, but none of the men got it, right? The men were like, so the priest was like, I think that's a great idea. I think that would be very meaningful to her, and you should try, whatever. So he arranges for care for his older children, and he moves into the hospital with the baby, 3 weeks old. And every 3 hours, he puts the baby on the boob. Then he writes it in the journal, and the next 3 hours, he puts the baby on the other boob. He burps, he changes, he works from the hospital around the clock. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This woman is in a medically induced coma. And they bring her out of the coma once they feel she's stable enough. And he's there with her. And she wakes up. And the first thing out of her mouth is, where's the baby? And he says, she's here. And tears in her eyes. And he says, don't cry. She's still nursing. And she looks at him and he says, we've been here with you every day and every night around the clock. I have been putting her on your boob. She has been nursing. She doesn't know any different. You have still been her mother. You have still done your job. She is healthy. She is gaining weight. You have done an amazing job. And this woman came back to life. It was like the only thing she wanted. It's so emotional for me because I can't imagine a gesture of love that significant. To do something like that for a woman, not every woman wants to nurse, but for the women who do want to nurse, what a gift to give your wife that she doesn't have to wake up from a fucking brain tumor to find out that her milk has dried up and her opportunity to nurse her last child is over. So because she had that, she was able to push herself in the right ways to take her medication and drink her water and sit up and practice walking. And she wanted to get well so she could continue to do her job and get back to her other children and finish nursing her baby. And she nursed that baby for a year. It is now coming up on a year that she has nursed that baby. And I just thought that was such a beautiful story about love and dedication and selflessness and sacrifice and healing. And I thought, oh my God, are any of us capable of that level of sacrifice? I would like to think we all are, but holy moly, I don't know. I loved the story. I just loved it. And I had to tell you because it's just such a significant implication of how important the human connection is and how we're all wired and love and biology and what makes us feel complete and whole and worthy. And this man knew, he had the foresight to know that what would be important to her at this time was that she could still, even though that she was mentally incapacitated, that physically she could still show up and do her job for her children. And honestly, I just love that story. And I love the fact that he took time to go to the church at the hospital and tune all the noise out and get close to God and get on his knees and say, guide me, because I don't know that I can do this. I want to do it, but I don't know that I can. And I need to know that this is what she would want so that I can like have the dedication to do this, because, you know, the doctors were afraid that, I mean, they had to get clearance on the husband weighed in on every medication they gave the mother to make sure it was safe for the baby. They worked with there was so much that went into it, and the baby is fine and the mother is fine. But it's just such a testament to selfless love. And I share this story with you not only as a mother's love for mothers and daughters, but for you to know that there are really selfless acts of love out there. Because I just thought it was so beautiful. I mean, I just loved it. It's like my favorite story I ever heard. I was like, I can't wait to tell the Coffee Talk communities. This is so amazing. Some Notebook shit right there. Real talk. If that was a movie, it would be Ryan Gosling. You know it would be. I'm just in a mushy mood and just want you guys to know that I love you. I really love you, and I pray for you, and I think about you, and I want to pour into your heart. I want to make sure that you are full and that you go out into the world every morning knowing that someone crazy, loves you and is here for you, and you're not alone. And I was going to tell you a really important conversation about narcissists, but I am frankly too tired. So tomorrow, I promise, it's the narcissist conversation we have all been waiting for. I love you guys so much. Oh, crap. I think I have soccer. Oh, no, maybe I don't. I love you guys so much, so much. Really and truly go into the world today on this Friday and know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are valued, you are cool, you are beautiful. And I will see you right here tomorrow morning.